you see me okay? Yeah, I know it may be a little weird and I'm holding the phone. Everybody can still see you though. There we go. So I'm just holding it. Yeah. I hear you. I'm listening. I'm listening. You were saying what?
Yeah, I'm just focused on my business now. I left my job in late July.
Oh, really?
So yeah.
Okay, that's not bad. I feel you. Sometimes you gotta do things you don't want to do. And you just gotta do stuff, you know? Sometimes it's a blessing. Huh?
Right, yeah, taking like literally a big risk.
There you go. There you go. That makes sense. That makes sense. Well, I'm excited to do this with you. Definitely introduce yourself to everybody that doesn't know you, just because you and I went to middle school, high school together at Thompson High School. So we'd love you to let people know more about you.
Yeah, so I'm Jess Michelle. Yeah, we did go to high school together. We both went to high school in Alabama, Thompson High School. Well, I'm 28. My birthday's actually in a few weeks.
Yep, it is. That's true. I remember your birthday is always on my calendar, so I remember. It's coming.
Yes, I'm a boutique owner. I own Jess Mi Boutique. I also have a podcast as well called Share the Flow. Currently reside in Arizona.
That's not bad. It's like a state away.
I actually had a friend who just came here from Colorado and her ticket was cheap.
Really?
Yeah.
That's not bad. That's not bad. It's not bad.
It's not bad at all.
Yeah. That's not bad. Oh, you see my little posters? That's Juice World.
Where'd you get those paintings from?
Here in Colorado. So I got them in Colorado. So the one on the end is Juice World. Then you got Drake. And then, so you got Drake, and then you got Nipsey Hussle.
You have a friend who painted that, or how'd you get that?
No, I got it in Colorado. So there is a place that has like artwork and stuff. So apparently they have one in Chicago as well. And so they have one out here too. So it wasn't bad. All the pieces of artwork were really good. It wasn't too bad. It was really cool. So I enjoyed it. It wasn't bad at all.
That's nice.
So I'm on vacation. So I'm at home chilling, doing this interview with you. Because I'm like, yeah, so yesterday was my last day at my old job. So I have a new job coming up after vacation. So, yeah, it'll be exciting. So I don't start till the 29th.
Oh, cool. What do you do again?
So the job I'm be doing, I'm going back to Polo. The one I was doing before was car rental. It was not for me. Rental car is not for everybody. I explained it is not for everybody. It may be for some, not for everybody.
Right.
So I tried it out, but it just was not for me. It was okay. Too bad. So where did you come up with the idea, Jessica, for Jessica M?
What?
Where did you come up with the idea for the boutique you started?
Like the name?
Mm-hmm.
So, it's actually interesting. I was thinking about it, and I used to say just me, like not just me, like just me, JUST, like I'm just me.
Yep.
And then I just started thinking, and I'm like, okay, well, my first name is Jessica, my middle name is Michelle, my full name is Jessica Michelle Carter.
Mm-hmm.
So then I started going by just Michelle. So then I kind of turned it into from, I'm just me to just me, which is pretty much an abbreviation of my first and my middle name.
There you go.
Like,
that makes sense.
I think I'm going to call it Jess Mi Boutique.
There you go. See, there you go.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It worked out.
There you go. Sometimes you need to have something different that makes That makes total sense. And then when did you start deciding you wanted to start the boutique?
So I started in 2017.
Uh-huh.
Actually, I was inspired. So I was married at the time. My ex-husband was really big on business. He was a businessman, so he kind of helped, motivate me to start this.
Uh-huh.
And he was a club promoter. I'm pretty sure he's still a club promoter. We would have to go to the club every weekend, going out traveling, doing all kind of stuff. And I got tired of seeing the same outfits every time I went out.
Yeah.
So I literally just Googled, how do you start a boutique? And I was so surprised at how simple it was. I was like, I'm going to do this.
Oh, wow.
And so I did it, and I kind of just, continued from there. So it's been about 4 years now, 4 years in business.
I'm so proud of you. I can cry. I'm gonna keep it together. I'm gonna keep it together. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. I remember you. Listen, girl, you used to talk to me about clothes. We were in middle school, high school. Conversations about clothes did come up because we used to talk about these clothes do not fit every female body. Every female is different. And it would be cool to have something like you're playing with, like, it's like when you buy clothes, you want something that, like, fits you in your closet. So it's important. So, and I've checked out your boutique online, and I'm going to give me a couple stuff the next time I get paid. And I saw some really cool stuff I can see myself wearing. I'm like, I like this. I like this. There's, like, everything I like. There ain't one thing I don't like. And I like clothes. So I'm a person where it's like, if it's beautiful fabric and how it looks, that's hard to come by. And I feel like your business is going to go far. I seriously mean that truly from my heart, because I'm like, I know people who do boutiques or do clothing lines, and I'm like, you got to put all your passion and heart into it. Like, this is not a joke. It's the truth,
Right. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So now I'm just going to expand, but so far, I'm just going to keep at it. I'm definitely not going to give up on it.
I feel you. And then where do you see Jessica M going in 5 years from now? 5-10 years?
5-10 years, I see myself expanding it into like my own personal line.
Okay.
So the thing right now, it's called the boutique because I don't personally create the clothes.
Okay.
I have a wholesale manufacturer that I get them from.
Okay.
So eventually I see that expanding more into like my own line to where I'm actually designing and customizing it. That's where I see Jessica.
Okay. I feel you. And then would you ever what other lines do you want to branch into? Like, do you want to just stick with more women, or do men, kids, older adults?
Yeah, so for the longest, people were telling me that I should get into men's line, and I considered it.
You should.
It's not something that I'm really focused on right now. Like, that goal is more of like a down the line kind of thing.
True.
For now, and I don't see myself creating a men's line. I see myself more of maybe collaborating with someone with a men's line.
There you go.
Because I don't know everything when it comes to men, so I would much rather collaborate than to like create it myself. But for now, I'm definitely gonna focus on women. I do see myself possibly getting into like young girls' clothes, like clothes for little girls.
Yep, high school girl. I think high school little kids. Because sometimes in high school, girls have a hard time finding clothes in high school. You know how it was for us in high school. We were doing what? Aeropostale, Polo, Hot Topics, all these other stores, graphic tees. Nowadays, when you like go to concerts, like for me, for example, people, I'm going to a concert on the 28th for a Lil Durk Baby concert here. Jessica, girl, I'm stressed as no joke. Because I can't find no shoes. And I kid you not, it's stressful. And I feel like maybe having shoes in your boutique would be a good thing to have. Because I know sometimes it's hard for females to find shoes, jackets. People are always looking for jean jackets. I definitely know boots is a trend. But I definitely understand if you're going to have a men's part, I would definitely have a guy involved on the men's part. Because nowadays, men's trend is so weird. it's the opposite of women. So
That's true.
it is definitely different for sure. When do you think you want to start the men's thing? Like couple years down, or?
Yeah, it's gonna be something that's like years down. It's not anything that's like right away.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes total sense because honestly, having a guy's input on the men's line would make sense. I mean, I have a few guy friends that like clothes, and sometimes I'm like, I don't know where y'all get these clothes from. I can't figure it out. I don't know.
Exactly.
But that's good though. When did you decide which clothes you wanted to have in the boutique exactly?
So when I started, like I said, my motivation was because of like the club and traveling.
Mm-hmm.
But over the years, my style has evolved.
Yep.
So it's more so like I'm recently. So it went from like club attire, going out attire, to like nice fancy stuff like dinner, like dresses, nice events, and now it's like transitioning into more like casual, yet cute activewear stuff because my lifestyle is active most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that every woman like loves to dress up and look cute and love cute clothes, but the reality is we are dressed casually more than anything else. Like 90% of the time, we're casual.
Yep.
So I want to, so I'm really just now focusing on more of the casual, yet active side of it. You know, it's still cute, but it's casual at the same time.
No, that makes sense. I mean, a lot of times, most of us are doing casual clothes. Like if you go into the gym or going to the movies or something, most people are not dressing up nowadays during COVID.
Right. So if you pay attention to my boutique, like you would be able to see like the evolution of like the kind of clothes I started with compared to now. Like it's all still on there.
No, I've seen it. I love some of the. I like a couple of the active couple. I like the what is it? The pink. You have a purple one. There's a light blue one or a type of green, and then I've seen there's this one outfit. It's one I'm gonna have to ask you about. It's the tan one with the top, and I don't think y'all have my size. That is the one I wanted to get so bad, and I'm like, no, the size I need is not there. And I'm like, I didn't know if y'all were getting more of that one. It's the tan with the red, something with red or something on the top. At the top, it's like a tube top and it's pants, and there's a long jacket.
Oh, what size do you need?
The large. And apparently y'all are out. And that's the size I normally wear because I've lost weight just like you. So most of my clothes do not fit. I'm normally doing larges in almost everything. Everything I wear is. And then there was another one you had. It was like a colorful red with a blue, really pretty color. And I've seen the picture of you in it. And I was like, oh my God, I love this one. I love the dress you were in with the belt. That was giving me a really good vibe. And then I remember you had that African outfit for Juneteenth. That pink one, I really want to get, but they didn't have my size either. I'm like, every piece on this boutique, I'm like, I can see myself wearing because I'm like, it's good to see different things and choices, dresses you have. And, you know, I don't go to the club like I used to. So it's like... So I'm like, I don't even go. And then what motivated you to start this line? I know you said your ex-husband was saying he had a business, but what motivated you to do the boutique?
Well, I've always loved fashion, and like I said earlier, I really got tired of wearing seeing the same kind of clothes as other people. So I wanted to have stuff that fit more of my style, that I like, stuff that you couldn't find anywhere else, stuff that was unique.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
That's really what it was. I just wanted to, just have my own stuff. And I've always loved fashion. So I think the fact that I love fashion was the biggest motivator.
I know. I was just like, wow. I'm like, it was so, like when I saw the website and then I was like, oh my God. I was like, I'm so proud of Jessica. I was like, coming from Alabama to Alabama to now living in Arizona. I'm like, that's a major difference, continuously difference. And I was like, I gotta have her on this podcast because I'm like, first of all, people need to hear Jessica's Boutique because I'm like, this stuff is the bomb, and I'm like, if somebody don't know about it, somebody needs to. Because I've been telling people here in Colorado about your boutique, and I was like, y'all need to check it out. She has a Instagram page. I'm like, we gotta support each other. We can't tear each other down because in the world we live in, like, it's not easy for Black owned companies to start, you know. So I'm like, it's never easy. It's important, you know. And then I wanted to know, who are some of your role models, influences, any people inputs that were in helping with the boutique when you started?
Yeah, so my biggest influence is, I don't know if you've heard of her, Nicole Linnell.
I've heard that name, sounds familiar. I just can't put a face to it yet.
She's a Black fashion designer. She's my number one inspiration. So she has both. She has a boutique and she has her own line. So her boutique is called Shop Nicole Linnell, and then she has her own label. It's called NL The Label.
Okay.
So she is literally my biggest inspiration because she does boutique stuff and she does her own label stuff, and her clothes are amazing, and she's a millionaire. Like,
wow. Okay.
She's written a book called My Fashion Fairy Tale. She has like a program for other businesses and teaching them, other boutique owners, how to scale their business. And the fact that it's just in line with what I'm doing, like, it's just, she's my biggest motivator.
Wow. Any other influences, like your mom, anybody else, friends influence any of the boutique or at all?
No, not really. It really just her on like a grand scale. My boutique was something that has always been personal to me. As far as influences, it was just something that I just felt like I needed to start.
I feel you.
Nobody in particular.
I got you. Now let me ask this question. If there was a billboard right now in Arizona or any state primarily, what would you want the billboard to say or look like, or what would you want it to have on it?
If I was on the billboard? Well, now, my biggest thing is like share the glow. So I would want it to say share the glow. I would like it to have a picture of me with like a glowing outline and like, you know, just about, you know, information on the sides of it about the glow and just everything that I'm doing. Wow.
I'm so proud of you. I'm trying not to get most, so I'm just very proud of you because it's like a flower, and then the flower is blooming, and then it's just like you've got so much going on. Do you think at some point with the boutique you would ever do like a fashion show in Arizona?
I've actually talked about that on my podcast because runway is my biggest passion. I love doing runway, but it just never worked out because, of course, you know, runway, you have to be a size 2.
Yep.
You have to be at least 5'8", 5'9".
Which is dumb in America. You cannot just have it by stereotype. Like, you gotta love everybody at the size they are. That's just dumb.
Right, and those people aren't wearing the clothes, so I just feel like, I can't do anything about that. So I understand that it's in me to create a fashion show, create a space for women who loves runway, who wants to express themselves through fashion, for the women who just can't get into the industry because the industry is crazy. So I do see myself having my own show in the future for sure.
Okay. Well, you know, I'm definitely down to do it with you because I actually almost got signed to doing modeling. But apparently I put it on hold. But there have been times where I'm like, I just want to prove all these fashion haters and be like, just because I'm not 5'9", 6 feet tall, like Kylie Jenner and these other people, I would love to prove a point that just because us as females are not a certain size, if even Marcellus can model, then gosh darn, we all should be accepted.
That's true.
Because not all of us are tall. Most of us are not tall in our families. So it's like, you got to embrace it, because a lot of times I think us as females, we don't get enough appreciation about, because we have curves. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times it's like in the industry they want you to be skinny, but I'm like, first of all, I'm not skinny. I got curves. I'm proud of it. I can't sugarcoat it. I'm never gonna be a size 0 or 2. I'm gonna just be the size I am, and I definitely think you should do one, because I feel like there are a lot of celebrities who are not skinny, who all would love to do one. And I can see you doing it, because I know Tiana Taylor just did a fashion show in New York for Fashion Week for her line. So I feel like I can see you doing it. It would be great. Super, super great.
I know it's a lot of work, but yeah, at the proper time, it is something I want to do, that I'm going to do for sure.
That makes sense. Yeah, I know. It's a lot. I know people say it's a team and everything, and I'm like, I understand.
Yeah. I'm not good at like event planning. Like, that's not my thing.
So at all? I mean, it's not too bad. I mean, that's something I used to want to do in high school, where I'm like, let me plan this, and this, but it's confusing. It's a lot. It's a lot. Any advice you would give to the younger generation below us, or even in our generation, about what steps they need to do if they want to start a boutique like you, or a business, anything in general?
A boutique in particular, like I said, when I first started, I literally Googled how to start a boutique, and the steps were easy. Of course, you want to have a name. Mm-hmm. With just any business in general, you just want to make sure that there is a why behind your business. You never want to go into a business because you just want to make some money. Like, that can't be the only reason. You have to go into your business with a why. You have to go into your business with a problem that your business can solve, because that's really how you're going to thrive.
Yep. That makes sense.
It takes work and everything, but there has to be a reason why you're doing it, other than, I just want to try to make some money. Like, if that is what you want to do, then you're always going to be looking for the fast way out or the fast way in. Like, your business is not going to sustain if all you're worried about is money. Yeah. So you definitely have to identify your why, what you're passionate about, and just pretty much like write a plan.
Yep.
It's not as hard as it sounds. I feel like people people hear, starting a business, it sounds so complicated, like being an entrepreneur and starting a business, like it's a lot, but it's really not a lot, especially Google is your best friend.
True.
You have to be willing to research though, but it can all be very, very simple. Start out with your grand vision and then kind of move down from there. You have your name, you have, what you want to do, and then you have your why of why you want to do it. And then from there, you just begin slowly answering the problems that you see, like you're writing it down.
Yep. Nope. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Like a boutique, women struggle to find clothes that fit them. So, okay, my boutique, I'm solving the problem of material and stuff that stretches, stuff that can fit curvy women. Yep. My target has always been curvy women. That's the problem that I'm solving, because curvy women have always, had an issue finding clothes that fit us properly.
Yep.
So that's my why. That's the problem that I'm solving in terms of my boutique in particular. And then I'm going down to, different categories, what different looks I want to have to solve that problem. Okay, growing up, I always had an issue with my jeans fitting.
We both used to have that issue. It was never easy.
Right now, eventually, I want to have just a denim collection, and I'm still working on that. But like, those are little things that you can just begin to write down. And it's not about perfection, it's about progression. So just get started, and you'll be amazed at how far you can go.
No, I feel you. Would you ever want to start a book about your business, or just anything in general, or about your life?
A book. So I am going to write a book about my story for sure. I'm currently working on a prayer book.
Oh, I love it. I love the idea. It's awesome. That's amazing.
It's called the Time to Glow, Prayers for the Glowing Woman. So I am currently working on that, and I hope to release that sometime before this year is over with. And then next year, I plan to begin working on like my life storybook.
Girl, listen, she's
a lot, but we're gonna do it.
Listen, all I'm saying is that if we set our minds to it, like I tell people, do a vision board. If there's stuff you want to do and you put your mind to it, you just gotta do it.
Yep, a vision board. That's really where it's at.
Yeah, because like I said, like vision board is everything, and like this podcast was a dream of mine. Since middle school, high school. And I remember people used to tell me, and they used to be like, "You should have did this a long time ago." And I was like, "I wanted to, but at the same time, when you're nervous about doing something, you don't know if people are gonna react in a good way or if it's gonna be bad." So
I never knew that. I never knew that's what you wanted to do.
I know. I didn't tell anybody. A lot of people didn't know. My own family didn't know, and they've all watched the first episode, and the first 2 episodes have now doubled than what I expected, because the first one is now 310 views. The second one's 130. And the one I did with, after I post this one with you, this will be my 4th one. And I don't know. I'm just kind of feeling like for me, I'm giving everybody their shine, because there's a lot of people in my life where I'm like, I wish it was more people who were similar like me, where it's like, this is not about me, Kiara's life. This is giving blessings to everyone else, because I feel like a lot of times people do not, show support to other people. And so it's like, when I first saw your boutique come out, I was like, you have one. And I don't know if you remember Brittany, who went to school with us in middle school. She's got one. And then I'm just... Yeah, it's called Shop the Vibe. And everybody, even my own cousins, do nails and makeup. And I'm like, I want to give them shout outs and exposure. And Josh, who we went to school with, he's about to start he's working in a tattoo shop in Detroit. And then he told me he's supposed to be doing tattoos now, working on music, starting a clothing line. That may be the person you should do a connect with. But because he said he's doing a men's clothing thing. So I'm like, maybe that's the person to connect with, because Josh went to school with us. So
I'm definitely open to it.
Yeah. So definitely, if you ever do a fashion show, you can always call me. I'll stop what I'm doing. I will come and grace the stage for you, even though I don't have that much experience. I would definitely.
That's okay.
Definitely love to. And then if you need help planning, event planning was something I used to do a lot with my sister and I when we were kids for birthdays, because a lot of the times I was planning the details of it. And when we were kids, my parents used to let me plan my entire birthday of every detail. And I actually was going to school for event planning. I remember the class I was taking, I was enjoying it. And I remember watching like the different events and stuff, like for the Hip Hop Awards, the academies. That stuff is not bad. And even the fact that I've even been to someone doing a fashion show in the mall, I normally know it's kind of like their sizes. You got to have like the size charts of the outfits, and it's a whole process of venue. But I've actually been to one, so it's like, it's not too bad. I've been to one out here in Colorado. So it's a process. And my only other question for you, if there was, let's say, would you ever mentor someone that wanted to like shadow you on what you're doing, like with boutiques or anything else you're working on?
Definitely. I know that's going to happen for sure. I'm very well aware that I am a mentor for sure. But I know it's not just going to be one. It's going to be quite a few. So I definitely would be open to it. What I hear it's like surprising, because I'm like, a lot of times I don't see myself as a mentor, because I'm like, I'm still out here trying to figure this out. I don't know what I'm doing all the time. So, but I know it's coming. So, but from what I do, I'm definitely open to. I definitely would allow somebody to shadow me.
Yep.
And be a mentor for sure, because I recognize that is who I am. I just have to step into it.
Listen, girl, I feel you. That's not bad. I mean, definitely I think there are people in our generation below us that do need mentoring. They may say they don't, but in my honest opinion, they do.
Yeah.
And a lot of times they do need help with stuff. So it's just like, it's important. Like we definitely gotta be there to support and everything. I also think maybe you should do a hairline, because you've been doing a lot of different hair stuff too. A lot.
Hair like wigs?
Yeah, I do wigs. Yes. I'm just saying, like, you've had different hairstyles over the years.
Yeah, I have. Someone did tell me about maybe 2 years ago, a year or two ago, that I need to do a wig line, but I'm like, I'm not a wig. I mean, I love wearing wigs, but I don't know much about wigs. I want somebody to show me how to wear a wig properly. Like, I need someone to show me how to, like, install one, like the plucking, the bleaching. I want it to look natural. I don't know do that yet.
Yeah, you would have to get in touch with like one of those celebrity people. Like when that comes to mind, when we're talking about wigs or hair stuff, the people in mind I'm thinking of would be like Derek J in Atlanta, who does Candy, or Lawrence and them. Those are mainly the go-to people for the hair stuff. I don't know if it's in Arizona. I know in California, New York, they do. There are people who do wigs and stuff. But it is actually, you know what? Actually, I do know a lady here in Colorado that does hair, and she used to work in New York and had a studio, and she used to make the wigs. And maybe I can ask her what way you may have to look at it, because it is a process when you do the wigs. And it does take a while, because I guess you got to go through the texture of the hair, the whole system. And then I guess you have to go to a factory and visit, and it's a whole process. It's a lot.
Right.
And then you got to keep a track.
Right. I guess we could have went live.
I know. No, I did it on my YouTube thing. So I have it recording on my YouTube. So I have you on here on my phone here, but I have it recording on YouTube. So while I was holding my phone, it recorded it of us talking. So when I save it, I'm going to send it to you as well, because it's saved on my YouTube thing, because it was recording the whole time. Because what's happening is my phone is acting stupid right now, where it doesn't like to. Because here's the thing, when I've done the live in the past, like when I was trying to find you, like when I kept restarting my phone and then trying to go back and do the live on my phone, apparently Instagram's having some issues right now. So
they have like video streaming services, or we could have even done it on Zoom, and then it would have uploaded to YouTube.
No, I got you, but I did it on my YouTube, so it saves, and then I'm gonna send it to you. So it was recording the whole time. So I'm gonna send it to you. Yep, I was just holding my phone. Apparently, it was working when you go to like the messaging thing. I'm gonna do this. But it wasn't, saving anything like that. But yeah, it's recording, because this is how many minutes it's got 33 minutes. So it was recording it. So once I go on here, I'm gonna just send it to you and I'll just edit it. But yeah, your hair looks cute, by the way, though.
Thank you. I just took it down. It was longer, but
it looks like it's grown. My hair is not growing that long, though. It's not. I've tried. It just is not want to.
It's growing. It's doing pretty good so far.
I know. My face has been burning me lately, and I bought this new product that I'm gonna try. I don't know if you remember somebody named Yandy Smith from Love and Hip Hop New York. She's got a skincare line called Yell, LEEEYELLE. It's an all natural. It's an all natural product line. So everything is natural, organic.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try. It's supposed to be here tomorrow. I'll let you know how it goes. I'm gonna try it out. And see, because right now my whole entire top of my face, it's burning. And I don't know if it's because of me using sanitizer, like the hand soap at my old job, it deteriorated it. So now my face feels all weird and it burns when I put lotion on.
Oh, okay.
So that kind of good feeling. So ever since COVID and this whole, you know how you gotta use that terrible hand soaps. Oh my gosh, it's the worst. It's the worst. But yeah, I mean, I'm definitely gonna send it to you, for sure. I appreciate you taking the time out with me.
Anytime. If you want to have me back, anytime.
No, I'll definitely do yours too. And guys, definitely her boutique is called Jessica JESSIMI_ boutique. It is on Instagram. Is it on Facebook or only on Instagram? So people can.
It's just me. It's JESSMI boutique. It's just Instagram is Jess Mi _boutique. Facebook, you can just look up Jess Mi Boutique. And again, that's JESSMI boutique.
It's really good.
JessMiBoutique.com.
Everybody needs to check it out. Go follow her. Go like it. Go purchase. It's bomb because I'm going to get me some stuff because I already know what items I want. Definitely let me know if you get more of that what I'm talking about with the crop top.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Because I was thinking about taking that to the trip for my birthday and I thought it was bomb. Because I'm talking about going to Miami. So I don't know if you're coming out with any new stuff coming out on the boutique at all for the winter, summer, fall?
I do. I actually have one outfit that I'm getting ready to release currently, but I will have some more stuff too in the future for sure.
Okay.
Definitely by then, by December.
Yeah, I know. This is the last of my 20s this year. So this will be
you're about to turn 30.
Listen, don't even remind me. I am avoiding it as we speak.
Well, this is the last year of my 20s, so I feel the pressure. Like, this is it. You gotta make this year. Make it count.
Yeah, see, now you're gonna have to come. See, now you're gonna have to come with me to Miami because I've never been there. So I don't know what you're doing in December, but I'm going because my birthday's on a Friday this year. So I haven't had a chance to fly anywhere for my birthday since COVID hit last year. Yeah, you can't really do nothing. But this year, yeah, so I'm thinking about going to Miami for my birthday. Never been there. Flight prices are not bad. I'm very surprised. Shocking. I would go like on a Thursday. So, because it's cheaper to fly. Yeah, I'm trying to take like a small group of people to go take photos. You know, kind of do a photo shoot for my birthday, which I've never done because birthdays, I just normally just take pictures with the phone, but this is different. And definitely want to get a party bus. I don't know why, but it's a temptation in my brain. And then...
Hey, you're turning 30. That's a milestone. They call it Dirty 30.
No, Jessica, don't say that. No.
You're not with
Listen, everybody's been telling me that. But apparently it's like when I asked my cousin Sadati about it, she was like, she didn't look forward to it either. So I don't know. It's like, I don't know. Everybody they said 30 is the new 20. But I'm like, I don't know.
I don't know about 30 is the new 20. I don't feel that way at all.
I know, but we look good for our age though. Because it's like when we went to the high school reunion, we were like, I remember, what's her name? Claire. She was like, I feel old. I said, girl, don't feel old. We look good for our age.
How you feel. Just, if you feel good, age don't really matter. Just continue to take care of yourself. You can feel young forever.
That's true. That is true. That's true.
I mean, we can't go back. Like, even if we wanted to, we can't. So it's like we just have to just embrace it and just make sure we take care of ourselves. And just as long as we feel good, then that's all that matters.
That is true. That is true. That's true. That's true.
It to the fullest.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's just crazy.
We don't look like what we've been through.
We don't. It is crazy because, like, somebody asked me, they were like, I don't know. Somebody was asking me, they were like, are any of your friends going to have kids in the next year? I was like, I don't know. I'm like, most people I know have kids, some don't. So
Yeah, we don't even have kids.
And that's the crazy part. But I'm having that kids fever though. That's the
kids, but I gotta have a husband.
That's the truth, and that's how I was. You get it. We were both raised that way. In the household we grew up in, it's like, yeah, you can't have kids until you're married. It's like the marriage.
I don't even want to do the baby daddy. Like, no, I want a husband. I want a partner before I have kids.
That is true. See, that's what I'm saying.
But yeah, we definitely came out of a lot. Like, just like you had to get out of Alabama, I had to get out of Alabama.
I know. People say they were like, once you stay, you're stuck. And we didn't want to get stuck. We didn't want to get stuck in that bubble, honey. Like, we were like,
Right. Do you see yourself like staying in Colorado like for good?
I don't know. It's hard to live here because of the cost of living. And because I'm so used to, like, I can see myself living in Arizona. I can see myself living in another state. I just don't know if Colorado is the place for me where, you know, kids and stuff like that down the future.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it just depends, you know. So I'm going to turn this. So it just depends, you know.
I feel you. I understand that. We'll see what happens.
I mean, it's tough because it's kind of like, it's hard because it's like you don't know what you're going to do, how you going to do it. It just depends, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It just depends because it's like you want to do it, but then you don't. It just depends because it's like, I don't know. It just depends. Like, I don't know. Like, I would love to, but it just depends.